as I sit here tonight recording this one, this is going to be the first of three episodes, all released on the same day. Episode 54, 55, and the Bullpen League episode 7. So, yeah, through my lack of consistency, through, since moving to Los Angeles, still kind of getting settled and shit, I guess, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just gotta get used to doing the same shit every day. And the thing is, if I dedicate a little bit of each day to this podcast, then I know that by the time that I'm recording it every time, I think the product's gonna be even better. So, I mean, part of my time away here was also, and I promise I'll make this shit quick. We're talking about the All-Star game and the home run derby and shit. But I'm this will be fast. I promise. But I always beat myself up a little bit for fucking up with consistency, and it really just comes down to if you. My situation is I'm still working a full-time job. I work for the whole day pretty much. Get off at 6 California time, which is crazy. I think about that all the time because I get off work at 8 p.m. Illinois time, which is less than a month ago where I was living. So that's a fucking trip. But yeah, it's just it just comes down to you gotta at least do a little bit every day, and you have a couple lazy days, and you just lose a little momentum. But all it takes is one night to get it fucking back. And yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. It's feel everything settling down a little bit, and I feel like I can really just step in and fucking get after it here. So it's been pretty good so far. My dad and sister recently came to bring Amanda and I a bunch of stuff too, and they hung out for a day or so, and that was awesome. Well, they were here, Friday through Sunday, I guess, but Saturday we did a bunch of shit. It was a good time. It was just awesome, and it was just I don't know, fantastic. And my mom packed the hell out of the car and got a bunch of stuff to us that I didn't even think was gonna make it. So we had a lot of help with the moving process for sure. Very fucking thankful for that. So I think that's it for the fucking catching up here. I think we caught up enough. Again, there's going to be 2 more episodes released with this. Plenty of time for me to, fucking talk to you. So, the home run derby and the All-Star game was this week. So, we've got some baseball shit to, catch up on. We got some baseball shit that I wanted to talk about that's been going on. And this episode will talk about, the home run derby and the All-Star game a little bit. And I didn't get to watch either of them live. Thankfully, to the fucking MLB.TV app, I was able to watch them. I watched like a condensed version of like the home run derby, and it was pretty sick. And then they had the whole All-Star game on there too, and so that was fucking sick. It was right there. So I mean, I don't know if that stuff's on there if you're not like paying for it, but I mean, shit, it was nice. There's, I'm watching shit on there a lot. It's a neat little app. So I actually just watched the full home run derby today, and or the condensed home run derby, sorry, but I was shocked to see that Teoscar Hernandez was the winner. Not at all a knock to Teoscar Hernandez, but when there's a Pete Alonso, I've always got faith in a Pete Alonso. And there was Gunnar Henderson finished pretty low down there. Marcelo Zuna, I think he was somewhere in the middle. I think it was Jose Ramirez had the second highest, or no, he was tied for the highest number of home runs in like the pool round. Him and Alec Boehm. It was just a hell of a home run derby with, the Pete Alonso. He was gone after the first round, and I mean, he had a great run of, killing home run derbies, but I don't know if he's got it now. I mean, I bet on him last year and lost, and that was tough. I think that was absolutely tough. But now maybe it'll just make the comeback story even better. Who knows? But Teoscar won. That's fucking cool. Apparently the first Dodger to ever do it. That's pretty cool. Alec Boehm also did really fucking well. Again, he had, I think, 21 and tied with Jose in the first round. And I've got Teoscar on one of my fantasy teams too. He's on the Robert Crawford fan club. So shout out to team MVP and home run derby winner Teoscar Hernandez. Also, I saw that Jose Canseco, I don't know if this was a tweet or something. I think it was a tweet. But he said something about wanting there to be a home run derby for retired players. And I can personally say, as somebody who got to watch Jose Canseco hit in a home run derby, it was for a soft. I was pretty sure, yeah, it was softball. It was absolutely a softball home run derby, I think. Well, damn, I can't remember. If you were at the corn crib back then fucking let me know. No, it had to have been softball. Yeah, it was softball, but he was still like hitting them like out of the stadium. They didn't have him hitting on like a softball sized field, but they were throwing him softballs and he was just cranking them just out of the stadium a good amount, and just onto the berm and onto the sidewalk back there on top of the berm. It was fucking crazy. That was softballs, but still, like, Jose would just fucking clean up. I mean, he's still fucking huge. So, I mean, that's not the worst idea, man. Jose, he could fucking still do something too. He's not the only one. So I think it should happen. And then the All-Star game, I was pretty happy with it. I mean, I watched, I was kind of like fast forwarding through it, and I was able to see all the highlights at least. And yeah, it seemed it was, it wasn't too high scoring, but I guess 5-3 American League wins. No one's surprised. The National League always loses for some fucking reason. But I wish I could have, actually watched it live, but I mean, I enjoyed kind of watching it back after the fact and seeing all the plays. And I mean, there was enough where it's like, as a baseball fan, I was pretty satisfied. I mean, I feel like you'd have to really fuck it up. And the competition's good too. So, we get to see a Mason Miller versus Shohei Ohtani, and Mason Miller strikes him out. It's like, that's a rookie. It's like, that's a rookie that can throw 103. It's cool. So he looked great. We got Paul Skeens. I was really fucking excited for. And then he had two of his 2 outs. Excuse me. 2 outs were on 1 pitch at bats. Thanks to Stephen Kwan and Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, please fucking take a pitch next time. I would really appreciate that. Please don't just ground out to third base immediately. It's a moment. Maybe take a couple. Maybe see what his off speed looks like. I mean, I don't. You haven't faced him before. I mean, fuck. But it's all good. It's I wonder if just nobody wanted to strike out against the guy, which, I mean, I can't blame you, because he's He's going to be out there in the first inning when the most eyes are on the screen, for sure. And, I get it. You maybe don't want to strike out. You'd rather just ground out and be like, oh, man, I'll barrel it up next time. It's like, oh, whatever. I mean, I take this with a grain of salt. I'm some fucking idiot with a podcast. So take it with a grain of fucking salt, whatever. But maybe take a pitch, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I mean, it looked like a good game. It looked like it was pretty entertaining, and Shohei went yard. He supplied the National League's only runs. Again, no one's surprised. Thank you, Shohei, for coming over and helping us out. Thank you for doing us that solid. Appreciate it. Again, yeah, we got to see Mason Miller versus Shohei too. That was pretty cool. Corey Seager, I saw he got really close to hitting a home run, which would have been cool because they were playing at the Texas Rangers Stadium, but it fell short, and so that didn't happen. So, and that's how the American League only won by 2, I guess. But Kirby Yates pitched the hometown closer. He got 2 strikeouts. That was cool. He's been around for a long time, so I'm sure that he he's had a decent career. He's gotten a lot of saves over the years. Jackson Merrill, I don't think he got a hit. Now I gotta look. I got the box score anyway. Jackson Merrill, I don't think he got a hit. Oh, he did get a hit. I am incorrect. That's why we checked the stats. So Jackson Merrill, not only did he get a hit, but he no, I'm stupid. It's in my notes. He got a hit. My notes say Merrill beat out base hit. So I trust the notes. I looked at the box score. So whatever. And so not only did he get a base hit, but he cut off a ball that Ellie De La Cruz very well could have gotten to second base on. I'm surprised that he didn't. And Jackson Merrill hustled and made sure that shit wasn't going to happen. So good on him. And that was, kind of a slept on play that was, that I noticed. And I was like, that's a big deal, because I feel like if you're even a bit slow, he's going to take that base. And the deciding factor, Hunter Green, one of my favorite pitchers to watch. He throws hard, and I had him on the Robert Crawford fan club last year. That's my not the Bullpen League team, but that's another team, fantasy team I got. But he gets a lot of strikeouts. He throws hard, but he served up the deciding home run by Jarren Duran that decided the game. And, it was not a ton of scoring. All of the National League shit came from that one home run. I know David Fry had an RBI, but, not a ton of scoring. But, it was still a solid game. I'm definitely gonna have to drink some fucking water if I'm gonna be drinking 3 of these drinking 3 podcast episodes. Whatever. I thought that was gonna turn into a joke. It didn't. But I'm gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it off on a high note. I guess, with that killer fucking joke. Again, yeah, I'm gonna upload a couple more episodes with this one. The All-Star break is last day of it's going to be tomorrow, Thursday, the 18th, it looks like. So the All-Star break will be done, dropping 3 episodes. I have no fucking earthly idea what day of the week I'm going to try to settle on here to go forward with. I've realized after this week, I've got a whole different process for doing these episodes now. Like I did my notes. I got like a new notes app. I'm organizing shit differently, and this is my first few episodes trying it out. So that's gonna be interesting. And this was the first episode me doing it a little different on my end. So it's yeah, fucking I think I'm all set. I'll leave you with this. Shortly before the All-Star break, there was one day where I benched Julio Rodriguez on the Robert Crawford fan club. You know, same fantasy team I talked about this episode. Not even intentionally, but here we are. But I benched him by pure neglect one day, and he went 4 for 4. Finally hit a home run, 2 RBIs. Absolutely fucking brutal. The dude wasn't having a good year all year, and the one day that I fuck up and bench him, that happens. So that's I'll leave you at that. Sometimes that's just how that shit goes, man. Who knows? But you just put him in the lineup the next day and say, well, I'm just not gonna let that shit happen again. But all right, yeah. If you're listening to I just have a stroke. I really just gotta cut it off. All right. Again, there's gonna be more episodes along with this one. Have no idea what the consistent day of the week's gonna be, but again, if you listen this far, I do really appreciate it. I will never abandon this show. I absolutely can't, and I'll always do what I can and do my best to just bring this thing out. And if I can do it every week, great. That's step 1. Step 2 is doing the same day every week. So yeah, man, my throat's already hurting. So yeah, I'm gonna get some more water, record these next 2. Again, if you're listening, thank you very much, and I'll be back quite shortly.